Hello, it's J Cafe or Arcade Games, and I'm here to introduce maybe the beginning of a D&D series that I have had in my brain. I tried something out, and I think it has potential. So, yeah, I reset all the characters to level 1, and I had to slightly rename them just so then copyright doesn't try killing me. But anyways, first character we have is Valt. He is a paladin, male, human, and he has pretty good strength, pretty good dex, pretty good constitution. Everything else is reasonably good, but yeah, he's not the greatest when it comes to these secondary stuff. But when it comes to combat, he should be good. Saving throws. I did back up his wisdom and charisma just in case he gets hit with something, but intelligence-wise, he's not very good. And looking at his inventory, spoilers. Looking at his inventory, he has an amulet because reasons. Chain shirt, well, I can come up with information with that. Crossbow light, long sword, a shield, short sword for dual wielding, and a short sword for not dual wielding. And some backpack stuff, some traveling stuff. Anyways, backstory wise, this kid comes from an old village who he grew up in. And after he reached of age, 18 years old, he's been given anything he can get and now sent off to adventure in the world of VSPZia. VEZPRYIA. VSPZia. I think I'll figure it out in the title. It'll be like the beginning of VSPZia with the VSZP, whatever. Valt Alloy. Newcomer from a faraway village. And features. He has paladin features. He has divine sense. He has a couple lay on hand abilities. Some feats. He gains advantage. Okay, now he's savage attacker. You gain one feat of your choice. Well, what is savage attacker then? Well, I believe it's something like you gotta roll damage twice. Yeah. You can roll damage twice and use either roll against them to weapon fighting. You can make an extra attack that has a light weapon, so a short sword. Ability scores, dexterity and strength boosts. He can speak Celestial. Why? Because I think Celestial is kind of similar to having a god, and since he's a paladin, he'd be able to speak the language of his god. Yep, and that's Valt Alloy. If you can figure out who this guy is based off of, great job. We got. This shouldn't be hard for you guys. If you guys don't know who we're guessing, then oof. Shikamaru Kara. Yep, Shikamaru Kara. He was a lazy kid in his average household, and so they sent him off to go adventure. He learned some skills, and now he's off for an adventure. He has 17 dexterity because he's actually really good at dex, despite his lazy nature. Strength, he doesn't work on strength. Constitution, he's average health, but his intelligence is pretty high. Somehow not as high as his dexterity, but whatever. And his wisdom, pretty good. Charisma, he has not much charisma because he doesn't care enough about being charismatic. Weapons, he has a chain shirt, also dagger, a short bow, and a short sword for self-defense. But what he's best at is his spells. He has Chill Touch, Poison Spray, Ray of Frost, and True Strike. All his different techniques he's learned, along with level spells, Chromatic Orb, and Thunderwave. He is an Eldarin variant. I believe he's half-elf, and a sorcerer. And therefore he has Misty Step for his Fey Legacy or something. You see, Fey Step. Yeah. Yeah, so he is pretty good when it comes to spells, and it will probably be his main source of attack, although he has only 8 hate points. Then we got none other than Frank Zange. he is a male half-elf druid. Okay, I'm gonna look back at Shikamaru. Let me see. What is your feature and traits? Spellcasting, sorceress origin, draconic bloodline, draconic ancestor, black dragon, draconic resilience. HP increases 1 when you're not wearing armor. Your AC equals 16. Great. Ability scores increased by 2. Darkness, dark visions, keen sense. Fey ancestry, trance, ability score, intelligence increased by 1. Elf weapon train. He might just be a variant elf. Never mind about the whole being a half elf part. You have proficiency with long sword, short sword, short bow, and long bow. Once per rest, you can cast a misty spell. Jeez. Magic initiative. Learn 2 cantrips from the cleric spell list. Level 1. Choose a level 1 spell. Blah blah blah. Spell change whenever you get a new level. You can replace one of these spells you chose for this feat with a different spell at the same level from the chosen spell list. Repeatable. You can take this feat more than once, but you must choose a different spell. Blah blah blah. Yeah. Okay. Magic initiative. Anyways. Alright, now we got Frank Zange. He is a half-elf druid. He has long dexterity. He's not that strong, though. In fact, he probably is kind of the worst off when it comes to everyone else. Though, I guess it's because he's never been that great. But if he works hard at something with his dexterity, he can probably get it done. Save-wise, that's pretty good at everything. Not only having a negative in Constitution, so for that. But that's what happens when you have a flaming stick that burns your life away. Not really, but, just use your brain. Inventory, shield, short bow, short sword, chainmail, arrows. In this case, his grandma has died. I forgot to reset the money. Don't worry, he doesn't actually have 130 gold pieces. His grandma has died, and now he's forced to travel the world in an adventure and hopefully not die. Yep, that's pretty much it. If his parents already died in childbirth or whatever, I don't care. Probably change it up a slow every here and there. And that's it. Frank Zange actually has a pretty good armor class. I wonder how. Chainmail, I guess that's better than chain shirt. Oh well. It's not like he was famously poor or something. In fact, we could even say his family was decent in the military, but whatever. Then we have one of my favorites, even though we got Zero Kaiba. Zero Kaiba. Yep, a rich kid who's been cut off by his family and now is forced to go live adventure or else he's just gonna have a sucky life. He is actually pretty even up stats, nothing heavy in anything, but he's pretty good. Charisma-wise, he's actually probably the best apparently for some reason. When it comes to skills stuff, when it comes to actions, he is half dragon, dragonborn. I guess actually he's full dragon, but he's a dagger. He's a warlock, so he has the power of Eldritch Blast, unarmed strength, and the power of his blue dragon breath. There it is. Yep. Unarmed strike, stuff, increased grapple damage, and then you have more powerful on grapples, and shove is extra good. 2 weapon fighting, opportunity attacks. Hellish Rebuke is a spell he has, apparently. And if we go look at his spells, he has Eldritch Blast, True Strike, Burning Hands, and Hellish Rebuke. So yeah, that's pretty good. How is he a warlock? Well, my lore I've given him after thinking over it for 15 minutes is that his rich parents didn't just send him off after cutting off. He was like, hey, you'll give me something, and so they made a deal with the devil or whatever, some powerful but slightly devilish force, to give their son power to survive, and so that person, he's been given the power of hellfire or whatever, enough power to become a warlock. So yeah, that's it. These are the main 4. I'll introduce more characters in the story I make, but right now this video is just about introducing the characters. You didn't get a full look at what they got, but you probably don't need a full look. This guy does not have any armor. Okay, he has leather armor. That doesn't count. Never mind about that. He has 2 daggers, but 1 to dagger and 1 to dagger. And yeah, doesn't have anything to tune despite being with rich family. We could make it that he just has like -5 gold. And now he has 100 gold, but whatever about that. These guys are all level 1, and I'm thinking about making them all go on a separate adventure and maybe meet up when the higher level. Who knows? Well, that's it. VSFZ DND. Because we got Valt, Aloy, Shikamaru. It was supposed to be 0 Kaiba, but I made him 3rd, but Frank just in the order. So VSZF. VZSF. I don't know. I'll figure it out. We got Valt Aloy, Shikamaru Kara, Frank Zange, and 0 Kaiba for the D&D session. Try not to die. And please comment your opinions. Yeah, and for the stats, I rolled them, and then depending on how I decided what these characters were like, I gave the different numbers, to the stats. So that's why Frank is kind of short in the stick. He just didn't get the best rolls. See you guys later. Try not to die.